G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Bloodied Plasma Rifle with plus 50% more limb damage and plus 50 damage resistance whilst aiming. So in terms of a Bloodied Plasma Rifle, the secondary and tertiary legendary effects are probably not the most ideal, but I'm going to make it work. And I've got a couple of tactics that I've sort of, thought of as my plan of attack for this
Hey
thing.
Cap, how you doing? You making a vid?
Yes, I am actually.
Okay mate, fucking off. Sorry about that. Thanks for the content, yeah? Love your channel.
No worries, mate. See ya. And with my train of thought shattered, let's pick up where we left off. So my plan of attack when using this thing, obviously we're going to be in close range because of that flamer barrel, so I've attached a couple of perks to help us out with that. I think that 50% more limb damage will help us synergize with Tank Killer, and also this is post-patch 13, so we've got not only this damage being compatible with armor penetrating, but also this damage. So compared to what this thing would have been like before the patch, I feel like we'll be in much better hands. Yes, very, very nice. So let's go ahead and chuck on some perks, and you'll notice here I don't have concentrated fire. In fact, I've got long shot. Now this thing is still a rifle, as you see with the perks a little bit later on, so I'm thinking if we're aiming down sights, getting that extra damage resistance from that tertiary legendary effect, I feel like we can make a better use out of this thing, because our damage drop-off is going to be big because our range isn't that great, and if so we can extend that out a bit, it'll extend out our survivability, because we don't have to be point-blank range with a bunch of automatic rifle wielding super mutants. And despite this being an automatic weapon, or what you might think, you'll notice how it actually doesn't change the damage at all. Rather, how you actually improve this thing's damage, at least when you've got a stock on, is through the Rifleman perk. So we'll chuck on a few of those things. There's one, there's two, and number 3, of course, Serendipity is in Bloody Mess. No, it's in Luck, so is Bloody Mess. Cool. Alright, so that's the standard loadout there. A little bit of stuff here, there. So 66 and 64. Oh, nice. We're getting some prequel memes out of our plasma rifle. That's the seal of approval already. Thank you for watching, guys. And whilst we're getting slowly more and more irradiated, note the range there. It's at 48, and if we quickly tap the aim down sights button, it'll jump up. Hang on. There we go, at 62 now. Very good. So it probably won't increase the range of the actual flame spitting out, but it might actually increase the damage drop-off, or rather the distance until we see that damage drop-off, which is very, very useful for a flamer-type weapon. Okay, so I'm going to try to attempt to do some damage to Scorched Earth here, and I feel like there's a new bug with jetpacks. As soon as you press the spacebar, it starts flying the jetpack instead of having you jump, which is really annoying. It's not linked to server lag, so well, this character doesn't use power armor all that much, but it's annoying if I'm using a character that actually uses power armor. So we're in power armor now. Serendipity has been taken out and replaced with Tormentor. Hope this fucker lands. Can't quite reach. Alright, it is go time. Let's see how we do, eh? Why do you have to attack me? Can I get some help, please? Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I've been saved, and then instantly downed again. Teleport over here. There we go. That's what we want. I guess that's doing okay. We're getting constant headshots. Yeah, there's not a lot that we can possibly learn out of that, I don't think. We've also got an ultrasight jetpack. I can put that... I can equip the ultrasight jetpack onto a ultrasight helmet and then wear emergency protocols with the chest with other things, and then have a jetpack and emergency protocols at the same time, because this game is clever. Okay, so here we are going to fight some ghouls, which is seriously risky when using this type of weapon, but I'm thinking since we shoot a stream of flames out at our enemies and it kind of covers a wide area, you see, I reckon we've found the perfect anti-sleeper weapon, which I'm not aiming down sights to use. How far can we reach? Okay, so the reach is about to where that goo pile is. Sorry, server, but for science we must break a few things. That's okay, because we're learning out of this. We're learning how much of a fucking idiot I am for putting off the flamer barrel for such a long time, especially on a bloodied plasma gun. Yes, yes. We all know how much of a dumbass I am now. Ooh, even the manager's shown up. He's like, Oh, I'm not having any of this fucking goth chick running around with... Okay, we didn't pull all the spawns, but I think you get the idea. That's a Roma. We would have killed him instantly anyway. With the damage numbers we saw with this thing, I think you get the idea against these ghouls. We don't have to go through an entire spawn of these guys to feel like, or to get a feel of what this thing can actually do. And I think I've got Radworm, so I'm going to quickly fix that. But if we do pick up something else over here to kill, namely a bear... No, that's just a feral ghoul reaver. No, there's nothing here. Fountain of Youth, everybody. Free disease cures right there. Hi, Swan. Bye, Swan. I like my crab sticks plasma grilled. I hope you all can agree with this. Also, there's a slight amount of recoil with this thing. It's actually pushing the muzzle down. See, if I look at, say, the top of that house... Okay, it's really slight. You have to actually see it, but I can definitely perceive it on my end, unless I'm going mad. What are you screaming at? You're screaming at fucking death now because you are so dead. No, Queen, not ready for you yet. Alright, let's go. And absolutely mashed. So here's the thing about plasma rifles like this. I don't think they were quite this good in Fallout 76, although I've got a Bloodied one, which is very high damage mode for anything, but the main reason to not use these things was just plasma ammo reasons. Also, let's take a peek of that adrenaline damage now. 280 and 272 ballistic and energy. Wow, that is absolutely just munching everything. How good's that? But yeah, the big drawback about this type of barrel back in Fallout 4 was ammo usage, but that's not really a problem if we're hitting so hard, you see. And that's dropped down a little bit because I think adrenaline just wore off. But yeah, just sitting here doing a much better amount of damage with Nerd Reg. Did I show that off before? Now I have. Oh, so another thing I forgot to show off, buffs and also armor bits. Standard buffs and all unyielding gear. Special looking a little bit something like that. Now here we are outside of Shrek Swamp, and the thing about this weapon is obviously its range is very limited, so here's how you're going to do things. You're either going to have to sprint up there and potentially get a lot of damage on you, or sneak. Or you could do a combination of both. It's really up to you, but we'll just quickly melt some people into goo piles here. Hopefully serendipity activates. Well, it didn't there. That was dumb. Guess what? Now I'm going to have to fucking spawn all the way over here. Fuck me. Whilst I'm passing by these guys, might as well rip them a new asshole. Take that, gun zombies. You're dead now. Alright, back to it now, and the car is respawned, so just for old time's sake, just get that out of the way. At least I have avenged myself. So, here's where it gets a little bit difficult, because we're out in the open right now, which means we can get shot at by heaps of dudes, which means, I mean, the doggers are easy prey, we can just shoot at them, but when we're getting shot at by multiple guys, okay, that was only a baby super mutant, that's when we struggle a little bit. So honestly, when you're outside with this weapon, you might as well just treat it kind of like a melee weapon, switch to something else, and when things get into close quarters, that's when you can switch to this and really go ham. So coming up on these super mutants now, they're baby super mutants again. Must have been my spawns or something, but easy prey. You know what, I'm just going to skip whatever has spawned up here, because they're super mutant skirmishers. We'll head right inside. Alright, so I've just switched out Action Girl for Evasive, so we're going to be a little bit extra, more prepared to take a few bullets here and there, but we should be alright, as long as we can keep up this assault where we don't allow our enemies to inundate us, and we can easily just, nice, he flew with the force, so we got him with the thing. So as long as we aren't shot at by too many enemies at once, which should be easy enough with the amount of DPS and the low TTK it is against these super mutants, we should be just fine. Now, if someone were to interrupt me right now, that'd make for some fun PvP. And I think right there is we saw a little bit of that limb damage happen there. So yeah, it looks like the crippling effect actually done a thing. It completely stopped that guy in his tracks, stopped us from being shot at, which is good. So there you go, there's a little bit of utility benefits in that limb damage. Normally, I don't like limb damage all that much, but honestly, this is not even too bad. If that's two-shot explosive, that's going to be fun. It is not. That's an interesting thing, though. Anyways, so when you come up against soldiers or people or anything with hitboxes that kind of overlap, I'm pretty sure you can flame right through them, which is awesome. It's super brutal too, because you can imagine like burning a hole through the first super mutant. He's screaming his guts out, and then all of his guts and the extra flamer burners just being sprayed over his friend. That's got to be devastating to morale. That's terrible. You almost feel bad for the super mutants, don't you? Oh, apparently I did miss these guys. Well, Mad Max, yeah, I'm going to take his car outside. He's got a cool wasteland car. He uses it to drive around the Australian outback. Cool, cooler than the Chrysler Highwayman. What is that? They obviously never seen a Holden Commodore before. See, I want to make a mod in Fallout 2 that just changes it to a VE Commodore. Then I'll fully play Fallout 2. I'll have a full fucking playthrough. It'd be great. So right now, as you can tell, I'm just aiming down sights for that extra resistance, but probably could have gone without the reflex sights, to be honest. Although, it will help us out if we use this thing in VATS, which is... I mean, you use very little AP, but since you... I mean, you can shoot it... You can wall hack with this thing in VATS. But since your range and everything is so limited with this thing anyway, you don't need VATS to help you aim whatsoever, so... Probably stick to iron sights with this so you don't get this massive zoom in, which is completely unnecessary for a weapon like this. So that's a little bit of an attachment error on my part. There we go, nice little Avenger kill on him as he fucking broke one of my arms. And I think something broke on... some of my armor just broke. I wonder what that was, but yep. We're done against these super mutants, and we did it very, very quickly indeed. So I'm rather happy with that performance. So I guess we can move on to some fucking bats or something. Oh look, here's a pack of gulpers, and by a pack I mean like 2 of them, but this is more important than seeing me kill dogs at the train yard smash, so yeah, there you go. Let's move on. I wonder if I can jump up and like roast his balls to get him mad. I reckon that'd be fun to do, so we just have to wait till him... Alright, he's just gonna fly up, is he? Okay, at least he's in caution. The weapon's loud enough to make him hear it, so at least we've got the fear factor about it. See, like the shotguns in it, or the flamethrowers in Battlefield, it's gonna put out a big old sound when you fire the thing, you see. So what that means, it's a weapon of terror. Come on. Yes! It's working! Okay, one more pass. So basically, with a weapon like this, you can dogfight a Scorch Beast, provided you've got yourself some... Oh, really bad move, Scorch Beast. Provided you've got some sort of jumping abilities like Marsupial, or you could probably get away with a jetpack too if you don't have that mutation. But there you have it. We're in 3rd place now too, and that plant isn't going to give us any guts. Okay, let's kill more of these bastards. Open wide for your face full of hot plasma. Okay, we've got a 2-for here. So let's just get him nice and aggroed. Are you going to land already? No, you're not. You've chosen the better idea of this, but you're getting close to the ground, so we'll get close enough for sure. Yes, yes, almost got him. Come here. Aha, I love it. They're running away from me this time instead of the other way around. Now we're gonna watch our health bar here. I'm just gonna pop a cheeky little stim pack here because now I'm being swarmed by gun zombies. But luckily we make short work of them, so obviously someone's going to get annoyed out of that. That was a good opportunity to score a tiny bit of hits in there. You're almost dead, so if you want to... Okay, you've completely gone off the... You're off your bloody rocker, Scorch Beast. Please land. Oh my god, yes. Kill you. Roast you. Toasted Scorch Beast. Some person said that if you kill enemies with flamethrowers or something... Wow, you're on the ground over there. What are you attacking? Come on. You've got the biggest threat of your life standing right here, surrounded by friends. Okay, I think it's attacking a few robots. No, I'll not have the robots steal me of the glory of this kill. You bastards. Hit the gutsies and the thrusters and you'll be laughing. That's my advice for the day. It does so much more damage. So you just aim a little bit lower than their torsos, and you'll be right. Come on, mate. Over here. Nice and close now. Let's toast these, toast these little bat feet. Come on. So close. Yes, and gooified him in the air. Very, very classy indeed. Okay, since these are clean spawns, as noted by the levels of the Scorch Beast, if I can quickly pull one more from here for an epic finisher, that would be great. Please, game, let me have this. Yeah, I'll take a cricket, sure. That's fine. I hate those bastards too. Anyways, so there you have it. That was the bloodied limb damage, fucking aim down sights to get more bullet resistance, plasma rifle, and it has been so much fun to use. I think this is the best barrel for this thing by far. Unlike plasma guns, which spread its damage, laser guns, which the splitter barrels spread its damage over multiple projectiles, this thing is just a constant flame through action. It's great. I mean, it's easily one of the best, but as you can tell there, I've completely gone through basically all of my my energy or plasma cartridges there, because it's still a little bit on the intensive side of ammo. I had 1800 when I started recording this, so obviously this isn't a weapon that is going to be used as a primary to keep you sustained, unless you're absolutely adamant about finding and creating the ammo for this, which is easy. I think it's lead, copper, and plastic I think you need for this, which is weird because where does the plasma come from, right? The air? Who even knows? But anyways, if you'd like to see this thing in your game, well, you better hit up Momo, because you ain't getting this one, unless you give me a big old stack of caps or a bloodied fire rate assault rifle. That's my price. Thank you for watching, guys.